Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build the Golden Hall of Edoras. We're getting close to the end now. The last episode we were just finishing up on the top part of the roof, and I was on about changing this to oak and stuff, and I tried it with oak, reinforced oak, nailed oak, jungle, like this type of jungle planks, and it's just every time I've done it, it doesn't quite look right. So all I've done really is got the vertical oak planks and just sort of add a bit of variation in. So you can see that we've got 3 or 4 blocks in a row there, you've got 3 or 4 blocks in a row there, 3 or 4 blocks in a row. So it's just like, sort of like adding sections so it looks more pieced together rather than being super straight and stuff. I have just noticed this that I want to try and break up a little bit. Just add a bit more smoothness and stuff to there. And I guess that will do. In fact, I actually do want to get rid of that and just do that. Yeah, looks alright, doesn't it? Let's put a stir block in there. And yeah, okay, so we could do stuff like that forever. But today, what we are getting on to doing is the interior. Now, I'm not too sure on like designs or anything like that. I've not looked up any pictures or anything. I've kind of just jumped straight into this without really thinking about it, which could be good, it could be bad. It could mean that we're in for an interesting episode or just a pretty boring one, and then in between episodes I get like so much done. What I want to do though is try and come up with some sort of fancy-ish looking floor design. So we're going to get some of these blocks. Don't want the fish scale cobble, colourful fish scale cobble, that could be a potential. Don't think we want any of those. Not sure we want the brick. They're probably going to look odd if we use those tiles. Seashell wall. See what that looks like. Right, so let's just look at the blocks that we've just selected. So we'll do it here where it's a little bit lighter. So this is probably going to be the main one. That's probably going to be the main block. I use this and this. It's a little bit too like Victorian England cobblestone kind of thing. Not too sure if I like that. Definitely don't like this. This texture here just looks goddamn rain. Let's see. Weather clear. It's so annoying. It's like literally every like 5 minutes it goes to a storm. This colourful slate, I don't know. I mean, the whole texture just looks stretched and just not very, like from a distance, yeah, but like when you're up close, it just, I don't know. I don't like the texture up close. Plastered stone stuff. So that's these blocks. We could mix that in. Could be interesting, and it does actually tile with this, I think, by the looks of it. Like if we just wrong one, that one, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one. Yeah, so it's exactly the same like shape texture. It's just like obviously different colours and stuff, which that's cool. So that does tile properly, so we could potentially use that. The colourful fish scale cobble. I've never really been a fan of the fish scale cobble, and I'm not too sure why. It just doesn't seem to fit with me. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. And then we've got this block here, which is the seashell wall. Kind of funky. Kind of a nice texture. Doesn't quite fit the style that we're going with. So we're probably going to end up using these 2 blocks here. So that's fine. Now I just need to kind of come up with which one do we want to be our main block and which one do we want to be our sort of accent patterned block. So let me just do a small section. Yeah, it's going to be quicker with world edit. So wand, and then we need another tool. That will do. Tool, info, put that down, click. there to about here, and then set to 1:8:1. Okay, that was a lot quicker. So we've got that there, and that looks okay. And then I kind of want to do a pattern similar to this. It's going to be a bit hard to do something like that, but it's kind of what I want to go for. I'm just trying to think of somewhere to put it where it's going to look. Ah, I forgot that I changed that. That's a really... Yeah, we're going to be using those pillars. Let's just put that up there like that. So we kind of want this sort of pattern in the floor, or not exactly, but something similar. It's going to be bloody hard. So, kind of going to do something like this up to there, and that's sort of this section here, which will go up a little bit more, and then come around like that, and then this bit goes super far out. I'm probably going to have to move this over. And where did he cross? He crossed kind of over here. I mean, if that's the middle, it's going to be crossing there, so... Maybe put the block like that. Sorry, I've gone silent because I'm concentrating. I'm trying to just think about how easy this design is going to be, and if it's actually something we want to continue with. So then we're going to have something like this going there. That's this little section, which could then jut out in that direction. Something like that. I think this is way too complicated for what I was originally planning. Far too intricate. Yeah, okay, we're going to completely scrap that idea. Way too much going on. I do think, though, what it has helped with is I definitely want to use this as the base texture and use the... I'm going to say it's more of a pinky purple. This is like a dark purple, and then the lighter one is like a lighter purple, obviously. So we're definitely going to be using the lighter one as our accent block. So, it's just what sort of a pattern do we want? Do we want to go really, really basic, or do we want to do some fancy curvy pattern? And should we probably... I say this, and by asking the question, it's like not really a question. We should probably start here. So, say we want to go sort of out there, up to out again, to maybe not even two. Let me just get these blocks together because it's getting annoying. Right, so we've got them 2 blocks. Okay, so we'll go there, here, like that, and so that's the first part of the pattern. Simple. Okay. I could almost see this whole episode being just this, and I don't want it to be. Oh, my voice is going again. So, we've got our basic part of the pattern in there, but we do need to add a little bit more to it, because at the moment that's just it's a bit poo. So I think what we'll do is go for, see how far does that go out? Maybe we do something almost this shaped. Just a little bit more interesting, isn't it, if we change up the pattern every other section. So then we've got this shape going on. I'm sorry if you guys don't really know what's going on here. I'm not really explaining it very well, because I'm just kind of making this up as I go. So we've got that shape going on. So it's like almost like a diamond, and then like a circle, square, hexagon thing. And then that would just repeat. It would just be a diamond again. So it'd just go like that, and how did it go? the and then 2 blocks, and then 2 blocks again, and then the. Okay, so that would be the repeating pattern over and over and over again. I do want a pattern sort of in between, and then that would repeat again down this section here, down this length of wall. So let me actually put that in place, and then we can see how much space we've got to work with. Okay, so in between these two patterns, we have a gap of 7, which is quite workable. It's a lot of a pattern, and in fact, I'm almost thinking, how did we do this one over again? I'm almost thinking we could sort of repeat that pattern there. It's just one too much. Just one block too much to sort of repeat that one. I think. Maybe I've just done the pattern wrong. Yeah, I've just done the pattern wrong. So if that works, I can just alternate this whole pattern. Like so. That does actually work. Yes, okay, so this is going to be the pattern. So I'll just do this little small section here. And then you guys kind of have an idea of what's going on. And then I will cut to when the whole floor section is done, and we can move on to doing some of the more interesting features of the interior. So there you go. We've got that pattern going up there, which is just a diamond, then a circle, then a diamond, then a circle, then a diamond. And then horizontally, we're going to have diamond, circle, diamond. So it's just sort of alternating the two sections, I guess. Right, so I'm going to put all of these bits in, and I will cut back when we are done, and we'll move on to doing something a little bit more interesting. Okay, we're back, and the floor is in place, and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Now, the gaps in between look a little bit odd, you know, these sections. But, I don't know, I kind of like the pattern. The pattern I like. Okay, so moving on, what I want to do next is the fireplace is going to be the next big thing. So we're going to be going from around about here to around about here. And it's not going to be this big, don't worry, that's a huge pit for fire. It's probably going to come in 2 blocks either side, so there, that would be that one. So we need to put that back in, need to put that back in, need to put that back in. So this is going to be sort of the size of our fire pit. Right here in the middle of the room. Is that the middle of the room? Yes, it is. That should be that block, shouldn't it? Should it? I think it should. I don't think it should. I don't know, I'm confused, I'm lost. Is this... I don't think I've done it central. No, I have done it central. Why does the pattern not seem right? Is it just that that needs to be... That should be that. That looks right. Okay. So this is where the fire pit is going to go. And we're going to have... well, actually, we're going to have netherrack. Because... on single player... I don't know of a way to keep fire burning forever without using netherrack. So let's just fill this whole floor with netherrack. I know you can turn fire tick off so it doesn't burn down wood and stuff, but I don't know how to change it so it doesn't affect everything else. And then we're going to go for stone slabs. And I think I want to use this one, but I am going to check a few other slabs that just kind of like just I just see and just think, yeah, we could go for that. Maybe the dark ones would look nice. I've just picked the hewn stone, haven't I? Dark cobblestone. Probably not going to want that one, but no. So let's just see what some of these look like. So we've got dark cobblestone around the edge here. Not too sure I'm a fan of that. Hewn stone, that kind of looks alright. The sandstone, yeah, that's way too bright. That looks okay. That, I'm actually gone off now. And then just like the normal stone texture. So it's between the hewn stone and the sandstone. So let's just do that. And let's do that. So it's either, it looks like this, and it kind of blends in a little nicer, or it looks like this, and I'm actually leaning more towards the sandstone, you know. It just, the yellow just seems to add a little bit more sort of bits of interest to me, really. Just seems a little bit nicer. So that's going to be like that. Then we'll get flint and steel. And this is going to get really annoying, I can tell. But we're going to just set it all on fire. And then you can hear all the annoying noise of the flames. And then we want iron bars. And the iron bars are going to go into my inventory. There we go. We'll put these iron bars like so. There we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Right, is there an iron bar texture? You know what? I knew it was going to get annoying, but that's super annoying. I'll have to just do that at the end when I'm taking a screenshot or something. Yeah, I hate the noise of fire in Minecraft. It's one of the most annoying things ever. So we type in iron. See if we can get some nice looking iron bars. I think that one that we had might be the best one to use. So, straight iron railing. I wonder what this looks like. You know, I kind of like this. I'm not sure if it quite fits, but I do kind of like it. Obviously, we're going to have to flip all these upside down. Actually, maybe we don't have to flip them all upside down. Kind of looks nice that way around as well, but we could do it this way around. I'm not too sure now which one I want. I kind of like it both ways. I think actually I prefer it this way around, so we'll do it this way around. And we do need a gap in it, I think, because we need sort of a way in and out without having to climb over this railing all the time, because that would just get super annoying. And I think that way in is probably going to have to be on this side, because this is where the throne and stuff is going to be. And that reminds me, now we've got that all done, we need to do sort of some interior walls. So we're going to have sort of 2 rooms off to each side, and we need to decide how big we want these rooms to be. And it's probably going to be this. I kind of want to put that weird shape in there, just to make it a little bit more varied, a little bit different, and stuff like that. So we've got this one room here, and in fact I might actually just include that door as part of that one room. And then what we could do actually is then do that. How does this look? Apart from that one pillar in the middle there, that could be interesting. And then what you could do is you could have a door here that leads into another small room. So this could be separated into 2 rooms like that. And then this could be another room with a big double door there. So you've got a smaller room here for, what, maybe a bedroom or something like that. And then this could be like a private quarters. And on this side, we're going to have another bedroom type room on that side. I'm basically just going to copy that there. But what we're going to do is break it up and have different rooms. So we're going to have the 2 sort of living quarters, as it were. For the, is it raining again? It's raining again. Weather clear. So you're sort of going to have one sort of king's quarters, and then you're going to have over here, it's going to be like, you know, the sons and daughters of the king's quarters. These can also be another private room. basically just having a couple of bedrooms at the back of the palace-ish like area. Down these side bits here, I'm actually now thinking I might get rid of these pillars, or at least try and incorporate them into something else. We're going to have lots of tables along the edges here, and this main section is going to be quite open, I think, except maybe put some long tables along there. But this video is getting a little bit long now, so what I'm going to do is stop recording, edit it up so I know exactly how long it is, and just make a few changes, like swapping out these blocks along all of these pillars and building up these walls. Nothing too detailed, I just want to sort of get a bit more done, so that we can do a lot of the detailing, like the proper detailing together, because we spent a lot of time just doing the floor. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've just checked the length of the video, and we are at the 20-minute mark. Now, I tend to keep my videos to 20 minutes, because any longer than that, and it literally takes hours to render my videos. Like a 30-minute video can take me between 2 to 3 hours to render, and that's just 2 to 3 hours that I don't really have, so that's why I kind of tend to keep these videos shorter, and we don't need that anymore. I was wondering why that was there for a second. So, just give you a quick idea of what I've done. I've laid out some tables. I'm going to try and set this so it looks like we're in a feasting environment. I kind of feel like that's going to make it look the best if I just kind of do it as it is in Lord of the Rings. When you see them, when you actually see it inside the Medicell, then it's sort of all like tables pushed up to the sides and stuff like that, then it's not going to quite look right. We've got these little rooms off to the side here, which are just going to be like sort of private rooms. I've raised this up here. This is where like the king and stuff would sit all along, like, I want to let me place these blocks all along in like a thing like that kind of table ish like area. I think we've got plenty of tables on the outside, and what I'm almost tempted to do is just like wall off one or two of these sections, maybe these at the back, these back corners, and make these separate rooms as well. Maybe make these like a slave, I don't know if you'd have like slaves, but like servants' quarters. Servants, not slaves, come on. So we'll have like some servants' quarters in these back corners, and like a kitchen area and a storage area. I'm not sure whether to put stairs in, you know, because like obviously you'd have to like store food and drink and stuff in this place. So I'm not sure whether to do that or not, but that is what we're going to be working on in the next episode or two. Probably spending about 3 episodes on the interior, this being the first. Second episode, we're going to be focusing on the ceiling and these pretty little eaves and stuff like that that we're going to be trying to fit in around, and just making these supports look a little bit more interesting, because they are just kind of straight and bland at the moment. And then the third episode is going to be sort of the finer details, and, you know, putting tables and chairs and food and drink and all the small little things in, like torches and banners and stuff like that. And then we're just going to kind of end the series by finishing up the back, making that look all cool, and doing the surrounding plinth that we are on, you know, this cobblestone area. If I just put my drink down, I can actually fly outside and show you. So we're going to be doing, like, you know, the ramp that leads up and the fountain on the side, and just doing that sort of smaller detailing to finish the series. Hopefully episode 10 will be the last episode. There's only going to be 12 episodes max. It depends how long I spend on the interior, but I'm aiming for episode 10 to be the last episode of this series. And that will be it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.